Being a working mum is really hard, especially if you're a full-time working mum. Working mums experience so much guilt for not being there for their children all the time. I'm not saying that being a stay-at-home mum is not hard, because it is equally as hard as being a working parent. Both have their pros and cons, but I do want to focus on the working mama today. And I want you to know, if you're that mama that's really struggling, that has that inner turmoil, like you're not performing as well as you could be at your job, or you're not 100% present with your children all the time. And that's because when you're at work, you're thinking about your children and you're thinking about how you wish you could be there with them. Or when you're at home with your children, you're thinking about your job. And I know this firsthand, but I'll get to that in a moment. I just want you to know that there is a solution for you, and I'll get to that as well. So I am a teacher. That is my profession, and I can remember when I worked full-time. And at that time, my eldest son went to daycare full-time as well. And I used to feel so guilty dropping him off every morning that I would think about him while I was at work, and I was not always performing at my 100% best, especially when I knew my son was sick and I still had to go teach with my mum looking after my son. And that's never a good feeling, because you just want to be there for your children. And then another thing is, like, when I got home from work after a full day of teaching, I'd be so exhausted that I wouldn't have the time or energy that I knew my son deserved for me to dedicate to him. And this would break my heart, because honestly, when I got home, this won't sound good, but I used to just flake out on the couch and put him in front of the TV. When you're a full-time single mama and you don't have any support at home, it's bloody hard. So you just do the best that you can do. So there was just always this struggle inside of me. And I wish back then that I had discovered the side hustle that I'm currently doing, which has seen so many mamas in this same situation earn enough money online from home that they have either reduced their working hours so they can be home with their children more, or quit their full-time jobs altogether. And if you want to know what they're doing, make sure you follow me and drop me the comment, more info below.